The robber pointed his gun at the teller. The moment their eyes met, their bodies switched. The original female teller, now in the robber's body, was scared and dropped the gun. The original robber was tackled. The real robber grabbed the money bag and ran to the back door. In the hallway, he ran into a colleague. Seeing him holding the money bag, the colleague wouldn't let him leave. At that moment, a police officer came in. The colleague told him the man was stealing. The officer took the money bag. The robber couldn't escape, so he stared into the officer's eyes and switched bodies. The robber became the officer. The teller returned to normal. He left with the money bag. He changed clothes in a store and then hid in a psychic shop. The psychic sensed something odd about the man. The man thought the psychic was knowledgeable and paid him, planning to ask what was going on, but when the owner learned the man had just robbed a bank, he didn't want trouble and kicked him out. In the confusion, the man forgot the money bag on the floor. When he came to his senses, the shop owner had already closed the door. So the man called the police and claimed the shop owner had stolen his bag, but the officer saw through his story and called for backup. Then, the man looked at a punk guy in the distance, called out to him, and the punk guy looked back. In an instant, their eyes met and the robber transformed into the punk guy. Then he waved to a woman across the street. She looked over, and their bodies switched again. The robber, now a woman, looked at an old man who was opening the door right under the officer's nose. The robber completed 3 body swaps. He entered the apartment. 2 neighbors were coming down. He said he forgot his floor. The woman told him she lived in 201 and the old man in 202. He remembered 201 was next to the psychic shop and could climb down. The next second, he looked at the woman across, but his power didn't work because she was wearing glasses. So he looked at the kid instead. Their eyes met, and the robber switched into the kid's body. Then the mother took her son upstairs. Late at night, the robber quietly got up, climbed down from the windowsill, went to the store, but didn't find the money bag. Suddenly, the lights in the room turned on. The chief of police was there with the real little boy, waiting for him. The chief had seen through it all. He asked the robber in the kid's body to switch back. The robber agreed. He asked the boy to squat down, but then he glanced up and looked at the chief. In the next second, their bodies switched. The chief was now in the robber's body. The robber became the chief, and the little boy returned to his own body. Then, a group of officers burst in and aimed their guns at the man. They didn't know about the body switch and shot the chief by mistake. Now the robber, in the chief's body, knocked on his own front door. His girlfriend opened the door. The chief had planned to say he was there to investigate, but she seemed very familiar with the body and acted affectionately. It turned out his girlfriend had been seeing the real chief. In the end, the man and the woman ended up together.